Welcome back. This is Shonen Pulse episode 35. We did this for 35 episodes now. That's crazy. On this podcast, we talk about manga, comic books, that good stuff. We talk about 9 different stories. Those are Chainsaw Man, Centuria, Don to Don, Gachi Akuda, Shangri-La Frontier, Ranger Reject, Ichi the Witch, Ardor of the Flame, and Kagurabachi. Some of those won't be joining us today. We asked, the good people at, translation headquarters to bless us with some Ranger Reject chapters, and the monkey paw curled, and we didn't get a couple other things because of that. So it is what it is, baby. But as usual, it's me, Big Yato. You know the name, baby. I'm joined with Papa Traffin
What's good?
and the Greekest Weeb.
What up?
Today we not joined by Big Knox. He got a power outage or something along those lines at his crib, so you'll have to miss his voice this time. Anyway, hit us up in the comments down below. Let us know your thoughts, comments, concerns. Tell us that you didn't miss Knox. That kind of thing. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Share this video with your friends, and we'll jump right into it. I ain't gonna bore you with the intro. So we starting off with Chainsaw Man, chapter 212, Really Good Girl. And I'm just I don't know, man. I don't hate it. I don't love it. But like Fujimoto, you're really doing a thing, man. And it's like he's a funny guy. That's all I can really say. You're a really funny guy. I did like the part where Digi is like not Digi, but like sword devil dude is like, all right, here's the plan, and then let's talk about it. And then he's like, and that was it. And Digi's like, shit, I wasn't fucking paying attention to nothing, like, because all he was doing was looking at fucking Death Devil's fucking underwear. This dude's super locked in perv mode, crazy hornball guy. Like, bro didn't even hear the plan. That's nuts.
What is the Chainsaw Man even about anymore?
The
Bruh.
crazy part is the translation of this kind of joke over to a manga. It still works really well because like you'll always see this in movies where something's going on and they're paying attention to it, and someone's talking to them, and then it'll just cut back in. They're like, "You get all that?" And they're like, yeah." And I never expected to really see that in a manga, but it works extremely well.
Yeah, like he goes, and that's the plan. Remember, the fate of humanity, world, mankind rests on your shoulders. And Digi's like, okay. Like he didn't catch any of that shit. He didn't even know dude was talking. Like
Man is
I thought
goon
I
and
had
hard
missed.
as fuck.
I thought I had like
Yep.
missed a page or something, but nope, just fucking dingy being dingy, And she doesn't say anything. She shows her stomach and shit, and then she just puts her dress back down and sits down like nothing's going on. Like she doesn't have that like any kind of interest in humans like Yoru and shit might have, or Makima or whatever. She's not like trying to play it up or like trying to make it a thing. Like she showed it to prove a point, and then she just sat down. She didn't like wink at Denji. She didn't tease him or say like "see me after this" or something. Like Death Devil's real. Like she's
Nonchalant.
yeah, that, and like she's about her business. She's not like trying to fuck Denji or like trying to use him in that way. Like it's help me or everyone fucking dies, or like in this case doesn't die, and just it's a never ending war. So she's not trying to like egg him on like the other two did.
I think the crazy thing that Fujimoto is really good at is getting us to switch sides. So before he met up with Little D, we were, still kind of on the Dingy Asa train. But then, this chapter, it seems like Little D is possibly the good side here. So is Dingy going to go to their side? We kind of hope so. And then, you get towards the end of the chapter with Fumiko, and it's like, all right, you're doing this again. Whose side's the good side? What's going on here? But I do want to point out that the prior characterization of, Little D and Fumiko kind of points us in the direction of who we should go for. So Little D, for example, hasn't made any moves on Denji, hasn't really tried to control him or use him. But Fumiko is the complete opposite. So even with the information that Fumiko's giving us, I still feel like Little D is in the right here. And we don't know. We have no definitive answer who's in the right. But
Yeah.
we can only side with the characters who we like better.
Yeah, I was gonna say part of that. Well, like I would definitely say maybe side with Death Devil more because like at least she's not like sneaking around. Fumiko's like hiding under the bed and like saying like don't talk too loud and stuff. But at the same time, the Death Devil is a fucking horseman, and Fumiko is just a girl who like has a lot of copies. So it's like, yeah, she's around and stuff, but she's not like as powerful as the Death Devil. So she can't just be out and about like talking about her plan like in front of everybody broad daylight and like super obvious and shit. So yeah, it makes sense that she would be someone more sneaky, especially knowing her power.
Yeah.
STD Devil. It's crazy because when I saw that, like I knew the internet was gonna go crazy, but like that was like honestly one of the first things I thought about when as soon as Chainsaw Man Part One ended and they were like, it's gonna go to Jump Plus. I was like, okay, so we're gonna get like all kinds of like different freaky devils, like fucking vagina devil and shit, because people are scared of like having sex and shit, and just I don't know. I just knew like something like this was gonna happen, and I mean, it took like 100 chapters, but we finally got the STD Devil, and it's kind of nuts. And yeah, I get it, man. I'm terrified of fucking that shit. So I get that devil would be very powerful.
The crazy part
Hmm.
about that is I feel like this isn't something anybody could have predicted, like what her devil was. But it's
Yeah.
one of those in hindsight things because now that it's revealed, it feels like it was so obvious going through the story.
um,
Yeah.
n-
Kind
not.
of. No, I
Um,
wouldn't say obvious, but like, I, you knew something was up, but like
It's
now it
more
makes
so
more sense.
it's more so that like in hindsight it's obvious, but
Yeah.
reading through it it's not because like now that you can piece all of those strings together and you see the full image and you're like, "Oh, okay." But reading through that, there's no way you could fit those together, and that's why Fujimoto is so good at just being unpredictable.
I still wouldn't
Mm,
say obvious, but I definitely can see like it makes more sense. But like I remember during the aging devil arc when they like I think the aging devil or who was it? I think it was the aging devil that killed Fumiko and like she came back
yeah.
to life through that other guy's body or whatever. And like at that time, I was just like, okay, maybe she has like some sort of cloning ability or something, or like that dude kind of became her through like kind of like Hatoga from My Hero Academia, like when she becomes somebody and then she sheds like that person's skin, it kind of like melts off. I was like, maybe it did some kind of like melting off and she was like pretending to be this guy or something. But like, I think it would have been something that I could say, like, yeah, that, that we should have guessed that. Like, if we ever saw her flirting with somebody, but we never like saw her interacting with anyone in any kind of like sexual way, I don't think. So, like, if she would have been, if we would have caught her like in a meeting, like rubbing on a guy's hand and arm or something while they were sitting in a chair or something and calling them like daddy or some shit, then I'd be like, yeah, yeah. But like, I mean, it makes sense, but I don't really think that like anyone should have been able to get like with War Devil reveal when it was like, yeah, we want to have a never-ending war. I felt that we should have been able to call that. Of course, like yeah, it makes sense that the War Devil would want a never-ending war, but I don't think anything has been shown for Fumiko to the point where someone should have been like, wow, I should have guessed that it was STD Devil.
Well,
Mm, yeah. I
it
guess.
as I said, it's one of those hindsight things, but it does make it funnier. Not funnier, but
Darker.
throughout part two, she's been constantly trying to sleep with Dingy. So was she trying to do the same thing that Asa was doing the whole time?
Did she? I don't.
I
I don't remember her trying to sleep with Denji.
no, I think it
She,
was. I think
she
it
was
was more so.
constantly feeling him up.
I think it was more so because like they were trying, they needed him to like kill Death. So like it was mainly for like the motivation and all that. I don't. I'm curious to see because it hasn't been stated in the chapter if she has to willingly want to copy herself through the power or not. Whether it's automatic if she does the deed with somebody and then ends up it happening, or if it has to be she has to pick who she ends up like making into a copy of herself, which also the
I
implications of how she did her contract in the first place can lead to a very, very dark place when if you really start to dig deep into that. I know I'm trailing off into that, but like, yeah,
I think it's a guarantee. Like any, she says,
yeah.
with his power, any human who has sex with Fumiko becomes Fumiko. So I don't think it's like I don't
You
think she can
can't
choose. Plus,
yeah.
it's plus it's an STD. Like you don't get to if you're having sex, you don't get to like go
Yeah,
like
true.
okay, I'm not gonna transfer it this time. Like we're not gonna get STDs on this time. But if we keep doing this thing, maybe. But like no, I think she definitely anytime it happens, that person becomes her. But I'm guessing it's like on death though, because like that guy. Obviously, like Fumiko didn't fuck that dude during the meeting, so like he was still a guy. But when she died, the next body took its place. So I think there is some things that she left out on the details, just like to give Denji kind of a rough idea of how her power works. But it's more along the lines of anyone she has sex with will become Fumiko if I don't know, because she says all
So
of herself.
so it says that anyone who has sex with her becomes, Fumiko in both mind and body. After I made the contract, I did it all over the world. There's a Fumiko Mifune in every country. What with all the chaos lately, my number of selves has steadily fallen, but we're still routinely exchanging information. So I think she can choose, when it becomes body, but they are
Yeah.
always mind.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's she can choose when the transformation happens, but like I don't think she gets to choose like when we have sex now, like you're gonna be it, or like no, I don't want you to get transferred. I think everyone she does it with does get like the Mifune, fucking chromosome or whatever. They get infected with her, and she can choose when it happens, but not
No,
like I don't think she can choose if it happens. She chooses when.
I think they legitimately become her the moment they have sex. And that's the mind versus body part. So when they have sex, they become her in mind. And then she can, change their body to look like hers at any point in time. It's not like they're a sleeper agent until activated. It's they are her until they die.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I get.
They just don't take on her shape unless she chooses to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I remember, because yeah, like she died, and then the dude became her, and it was like, like they didn't just fuck at the
Yeah.
time. I'm trying to find that chapter now.
One of the
If I
lines,
remember,
go
if I
ahead.
remember correctly, sorry, I think if I remember correctly, like it shows her like dying from the price of the contract, and then all of a sudden another her just pops out off from the side, talking to the other copy from herself. So I don't think there was like an immediate change. I just think there was just two copies within close proximity of each other, and so the other one was just like in the area, maybe. I think that's how the chapter went, if I remember correctly. Because I think a lot of people were like, "How are there two of them at the same time? How did this happen?" Because because I don't think there was like an immediate change. I think it was just like we thought she was there, then all of a sudden there's another version of her while one is dying.
I I do have a question because it's either I'm misunderstanding or this was a line that may have been overlooked. But when Fumiko says, "But if War Devil, or rather you, Dingy Senpai, were to eat Death Devil, then mankind could live on forever," is she implying, with this sentence, if War Devil were to eat the Death Devil, basically?
You mean if Denji would eat the Death Devil?
No, no. But if War Devil, or rather you, Dingy Senpai, were to eat Death Devil, she says basically either or.
Mm,
Oh yeah, I
that's an
see.
interesting choice of words.
Yeah,
Like to this point, we believe that Dingy or Chainsaw Man is the only devil that can erase devils, but this implies that the War Devil can as well.
I- yeah, that's a weird one because like part of me wants to say that that could be a misunderstanding, not a mistranslation, but maybe her understanding of the ability is wrong. Like maybe she doesn't, but like it also feel like if this is a thing that War Devil can do, it would make sense that like Denji doesn't catch it because he's fucking horny and stupid. So like a normal person would be like, wait, War Devil, like War Devil can do it too, but like Denji's so fucking shocked or like. He's about to stroke it. He saw panties and he fucking chicks under his bed talking about she's the STD devil, and then she just drops a bomb saying that she, the war devil can eat, and he ain't thinking about that shit. He just kind of like listened to the rest of it. He's probably still horny, and I don't know. This definitely feels weird. It definitely seems like it shouldn't be a thing because no one's ever mentioned it. You know, like War Devil didn't say it, but yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
that's
something.
just confused by that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
did you find that
maybe.
panel?
Mm.
I found the chapter and like it's kind of just hard to tell. It's like chapter 189 where it takes place over the course of like 3 chapters, so I'd have to like go flipping through for real. But 189, she's standing next to herself like on the ground, and she's like, "Hardy, aren't I? I'm still alive, and I promised myself that in my dying moment I'd side with the likelier winner." And I mean that shows here. So she feels like the War Devil is the one, you know, who should win, I guess, in this case. So she's trying to side with the War Devil and having Denji take out the Death Devil.
Mm.
Uh,
Hmm.
I just I'm curious what the and we say this pretty much every video, but I am so curious what the end goal here is because Fumiko is basically telling Denji that, Yoru, or most likely Asa in this case, loves Denji. And it's like she's trying to get him to come back to their side or Asa's side. And it's just everything adding up with what she was saying previously that, mankind's already constantly at war. So what's the difference between that and, being, well, not immortal or endless wars continuing? She's basically saying that with Asa or Yoru there's going to be no difference with the world.
Yeah.
And
To her, to her, I mean, she just wants to live. So removing the Death Devil lets her do that, and she says she's gonna side with whoever is the winner. She's not. I don't think she has a an ultimate goal or grand idea or anything. She just wants to survive this whole thing, and these two powers are going at it: the War Devil and the Death Devil. War Devil wants an endless war, and the Death Devil, if the Death Devil has their way, like everybody's gonna die. So it's like, in this case, I guess the best course would be to just get rid of the Death Devil and hope that like nobody, the thing we were talking about last week, where everyone in the world is immortal and we just stop fighting because we don't have anything else to fight over. Either that or like, yeah, there's endless wars, but some people might just go to a place where there's no war, and if a war comes to them, they can't die anyway. It's like, yeah, the fucking United States is just constantly at war. I'm gonna just move to fucking Iceland or something. If war comes there, I'll just go somewhere else. Like if I get hit with a nuke, it's okay. I won't die. Like I'll just move to where it's quiet and chill and just keep moving until people get bored of killing each other and constantly because they can't die.
you know,
Mm.
when I first thought about that, I was wondering if in this world, in the world of Chainsaw Man, immortality is in the sense of, you don't get hurt, you don't take damage, you don't die. It just happens and then you're fine. Or is it one of those worlds where you may be immortal, but if someone chops off your leg, you're still going to feel it, your leg's going to be gone, you're just still alive.
Yeah, it could be. It could be
Yeah.
unlimited. It could be endless hell. You get hit with a nuke and you just don't die, but you just feel that fucking radiation and shit forever.
Yeah,
You
basically.
just be
That'd be
Wolverine. You just be mostly Wolverine without the full regeneration.
Yeah.
without any regeneration. You just be
Yeah.
fucking. You just be nerves and skeleton and just in pain forever. Yeah,
Well, those would
but
get like disintegrated too, so it brings into question how does that work?
there's definitely an
Yeah.
element of immortality, of like regeneration to it. Otherwise, the wars wouldn't be able to continue if everyone has like been reduced to skeletons. They just
Yeah.
undying skeletons. They have to still be able to go to war. So yeah, I'm thinking that they'll be able to regenerate.
Yeah. Yeah. That
But
The idea of like the immortality thing, it actually kind of reminds me of something in like, I guess this is kind of spoilery but like it's kind of from like To Your Eternity's like final arc of the manga. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it, but we kind of get like a similar concept there in a sense, and it's explored in a very interesting way.
I gotta get back to that. I haven't read it since I read
I
like the
think you know the
first
ending.
Yeah, I read like 3 or 4 chapters into the last like future arc or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm not really interested. I love the beginning, but like I'll go back to it since it's finally ended. I kept getting annoyed because they kept dropping like .3 chapters and shit. So that used to annoy the hell out of me. But now that it's over, I'm gonna go back and read it. But yeah, that was a great take on immortality too. Um, but yeah, like they have to regenerate to a point to that they're able to still like have wars.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and even then, Fumiko could just keep spreading her STDs. Like she could just, if they're constantly in communication, she could like give heads up to like, hey, America is thinking about like bombing this place. All my clones on that side of the world should probably catch a flight and go somewhere else, and shit like that. So she's her power is kind of handy, even though it kind of sucks how she spreads it, but.
Yeah.
She's basically like the best interpretation of how Mac from Always Sunny, like like there was like a whole thing where he's like, I'm playing both sides so that if one side doesn't do so well, I can just shift over to the other side and be on the winning side no matter what. And everyone's like, why the heck are you telling us this? You're killing the point.
Yeah, for her it just doesn't matter because she can
Yeah,
just die and just be straight. She just got
the
so
ultimate
many
fence sitter.
clones. Yeah, she can always just pick the side that's winning at the time and lend her aid. But yeah, this
I
was
will
uh
say,
this was a chapter.
yeah, I
A
need
chapter
this
the whole
freaky
time.
ass girl gone.
She ain't
Yeah,
Ain't gonna
going no she
appear
ain't going
under
nowhere.
his bed, want some help, and then at the end of the chapter, you want a picture? Like, what?
Yeah.
she's got
Where
no
did
F 100%.
how, how did she leave too? Like she says, "Well, I'll be going now," but like, does she get up? Like, how does
I
she? Does she teleport? Because I was like, the next page we don't see her like leaving the room. Does she off screen like stand up and walk out of the room? See you later, did you?
Yeah, I think that's it. I had the same thought earlier, and then I was like, no, because you have like this outside view. It probably just time skipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, she's a really good girl, so he's in there fucking straight smanging it.
She
Okay,
over
look,
here
I just want.
giving unsolicited nude pics.
Yeah.
Okay, look, this is the last comment. This is one of the last comments I'm gonna leave off at. I want next chapter for Denji to be so locked in because of post not clarity.
Bruh,
I
that would
need that to
actually
be the
be
case.
beautiful.
That would be
Yo.
hilarious. Like he did what he had to do. Now he's fully locked in and he's getting his priorities straight.
If he
Would
comes
There's
out the
nothing
room
waiting.
and if he comes out, he's like a super focused man. Like they're like, "Did you? What's this look?" He's just, it's time to get to work, yo. He's just,
That'd be hilarious. I would love
bro.
that. And the thing is, that's still entirely possible.
Yeah, yeah, bro. It makes a lot of sense. I'm bad. That's another one of them things. It's like I'm pissed I didn't think about that.
Let's see him
Like that's
Post
the
walk in
nut
first.
next
clarity.
chapter.
Like I literally thought of this a couple of hours ago when I was looking back at the chat. I'm like, oh my god, this is the perfect setup for a post not clarity joke.
Honestly, that's probably the title of the next chapter. I would not be surprised
Clarity.
now. No,
He-
just fucking go whole post nut clarity. The chapter title, yeah. I could just see it. I'm just holy fuck. We're calling it here, yo. Check us
If it
out.
doesn't happen, I'll
Fucking
be disappointed.
check it out. A week from now, we're gonna be fucking saying chapter 213, post nut clarity. Calling it.
Oh
But
yeah, also apparently YouTube changed their guidelines. Now we can swear in the first 15 seconds of a video.
oh, that's good. I haven't made a video in like 2 months, so I wouldn't know. But I'm about to get back on that because I've been feeling kind of motivated lately, especially with our consistency getting up. So be on the lookout for some shit from me personally, and you know, keep a lookout on the fucking Panel Focus podcast channel because Traffy's been killing it with shorts, and check out Weeb's channel because he's got like 2 channels now. And I
Mhm.
think Traffy, you said you got some videos cooking or something whenever you get ready.
yeah.
We got some shit coming, baby, but that's unrelated to this chainsaw segment. Just wanted to self plug us or whatever.
Get us big enough and we'll appear at conventions.
Yeah, help us show up at conventions, and you can get your fucking cheeseburger signed by each and every one of us. Yeah,
I'll make you a cheeseburger.
I won't, but I'll sign it. But yeah, but yeah, she I don't know. In this case, I would probably. I don't know whose side I would take. Whose side would you take? Weeb? Would you eliminate death and have war forever, or would you eliminate war and let the death devil kill everybody?
That's a tough choice, but like I don't know because here's the thing. Even if like no one dies and it's like a borderline endless war, let's say it does go to the fact that like it'll just keep going until everybody gets bored. How many centuries would that take? Because humanity are we're kind of arrogant jackasses for the most part. So like I don't think anybody would stop until like there is a clear winner and everyone's like, okay, I'm done. Let's just do whatever this person or whatever side wants. I think if Wolverine has taught me anything, I would accept the sweet embrace of death.
Yeah, but damn. What about you, Traffy? What you picking?
I believe in Little D. I think that she's genuinely been trying to prevent the end of humanity by herself for however long she's been doing it. Um, I don't know. I'm a Little D believer, so that's my side.
Little D
Mm,
believer is crazy.
yeah,
She
Uh,
could be the end of
an apt
everyone.
choice of words.
She could be the end of everyone, or she could be genuinely trying to save humanity, and I'm willing to stake the risks on that.
yeah, I might kind of agree with you because at least that way it's like it's natural. Like we still have the natural human life cycle. People die, and that's normal. Everyone's just like living forever, and you know that just it ain't natural, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, fun fact: the fact that we age to the point where we like die, like it's like an actual like defect in how our cells divide. Like it's something science still has no idea why that's the case. I just heard this somewhere off out of nowhere. I'm like, that is fascinating to hear.
Yeah,
Huh.
I'm waiting for altered carbon so I can just plug my brain into another body in like 50 years and just keep rolling. Yeah,
I just want to get isekai into the world of Pokemon.
yeah, yeah.
I'll be a dragon gym leader.
Yeah, something like that be cool too.
I'd
But
just be Brock.
Brock.
You like
Okay.
rocks?
No, no, Brock.
Oh, so you'd
I
be
would
simping on
literally
everybody.
just, yeah, yeah, I'd literally just be Brock.
I'd be like a Pokemon Center manager or whatever, and be
Hmm.
the guy that hires the nurse Jennies. Yeah, unrelated. But
Pokemon
I
Center casting couch.
yeah. Anyway, I think I'm spent on this one. You guys got anything else for this chapter, Traffy?
Nah, I'm good.
What about you, Weber?
I am spent.
All right, that's going to do it for Chainsaw Man Chapter 212, Really Good Girl. Now, jumping into Shangri-La Frontier because we don't have any more weekly Jump Plus chapters. Shangri-La Frontier, Chapter 232, Slip Slash Scramble. And Traffy, you got any thoughts for this one to start us off?
It's a real girther. I mean, just like every other Shangri-La chapter, it's got some girth to it.
Yeah.
The what I find interesting about this chapter is really nothing happens. Like they just got done agreeing to mock battle between the guilds, and this is them all outside, literally like right outside, and they're just talking and letting us get to know the new characters. The
Yeah.
only thing that remarkably happens as at the end of the chapter when Sunraku just vanishes. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I do like. Oh, sorry. No.
that I stopped talking for like a solid minute there. But uh with that being said, even though nothing happened, the information we received was just so good that you don't really pay attention to the fact nothing happened until you're done reading the chapter and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like how we got like extra bits of information on the on these on that holy order of knights that are just literally like like about half of them are players that are just super into role playing to protect the Holy Maiden, and how apparently it was started by NPCs apparently that just asked adventurers to join, like asked players to join the whole thing, and the fact that the leader of this group essentially is just the like really into LARPing pretty much to the point where it's like, okay, it might be a bit too deep into this. You might want to take a breather here and there. To the point, not only that, but like having the entirety of the town, whether it be NPCs or players, be blocked off by her own men so they can have a conversation in broad daylight. I find kind of hilarious. And to the fact that now they want Sunraku because apparently the maiden wants to talk to Sunraku due to all the shit that's been going on. So he can't help it. The guy is just a magnet for everything now.
Yeah. For a second, I was like, I was kind of questioning how the whole making a guild with NPCs thing worked. But like in a lot of video games where you know, a lot of RPGs and stuff like that, you have like
A
you'll go to a
faction.
zone. Yeah, you'll go to a zone that has a faction and they're fighting some battle or something. You complete like, you know, 30 quests for them and you start gaining reputations with their faction and they start calling you names like champion and thank you for joining us, and you know they give you reputation rewards. You get a mount when you're like the final like exalted. I'm just basing it on like World of Warcraft. You join like a faction and they call you, you know, they just give you titles and stuff. And so I'm guessing that what happened was like they just rounded up a lot of people who raised their reputation with like this certain faction. And so they got like maybe a perk of being like high with that faction enables like bodyguards and stuff like that. And so people just formed a clan of people like we all did this storyline in this area and you know raised our reputation with this specific gang of characters to a certain point. And so like we have these people, they'll follow us around and do stuff with us and we'll just RP and we'll pretend to just be in their faction, and that's just what it'll be. You know, that's I think that's cool. That's something that, you know, people do it in games, but it doesn't ever really go far beyond, you know, where that you know faction kind of hangs out at in the world of the game. But in this case, it seems like they're taking it further than, you know, that zone that they're probably found in for their quest, and that's cool. That's really cool. I love that. Um, I do like the team 10 p.m. because that's I feel like that's where I'd be
That's me.
right now. Yeah, right now, like I'm playing World
Yeah.
of Warcraft, and I'm like, man, I really want to do like raids and stuff, and I really just don't have time, bro. It's like I don't want to commit time to like a guild and tell people like, yeah, I'll be on, you know, I'll be on every Thursday to raid because it's like my wife gonna come in, bust in the room, and ask me to like to fix a light bulb or something, and I can't just like drop out of the raid in the middle, you know, in the middle of a boss fight that we've been fighting for 2 hours trying to get down as like progression, just because I just don't join like raiding guilds now because yeah, I'm flaky. I can't be consistent in a video game. So I do solo activities now. I just do solo PvP and I'll do like solo dungeons and stuff. But I would love to join like, you know, a guild like this where everybody is, you know, we're all 30 plus, everyone's got a job, everyone, you know, has got kids, everybody gets it. Yeah, that sounds like the dream. You know, no like 16-year-olds who are like begging everybody to raid and doesn't get that we gotta work, bro. Like I can't stay up to 4 in the morning with you doing PvP and shit no more because I'm old. So this guild, I really like them a lot.
I
That's a
will
really
say,
smart idea for a guild.
I will say, Shining Knights of the Holy Shield, the fact that they're like super into the game and, you know, LARPers. LARPers are like the lifeblood of MMO, even if you don't interact with it, because it reminds me of in Final Fantasy 14, there was like uh, a bunch of LARPers and they were running a brothel in game.
No.
Yes. So you would have like bunny girls dancing on your lap and you would pay them for it. And it
Okay.
was all role played in an MMO.
Yeah, that's how you know your game has gotten big when like the role playing community has gotten so huge that they do stuff like that. There's a server on WoW called Moon Guard, and it's just RP. Like that server is the biggest RP server, and if you go there, there's a lot of teeing going on in them hotels and shit. It's a lot of stuff. Um, That and they're introducing like they're finally adding player housing to the game in the next expansion that comes out next year, and so that's going to be a big deal for role playing and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, the one thing WoW doesn't have is like maid outfits. Like there's the transmogrification system where you can change your armor to look like anything, and you can throw a pumpkin on your head, you can fucking put bat wings on, and you can dress up like a butler. But there's no maid suits, and I was like, bro, they got to do that so we can have like maid cafes and stuff in this game, yeah, because the housing stuff looks really cool. Like they've shown videos of it and people like putting chairs upside down on their ceiling and doing all kinds of crazy shit. And I was like, yeah, people go have some cool ideas. I've never played a game with player housing. I know there's WoW's not the first. I think Final Fantasy has it, but I've never got into it. But I'm looking forward to how they do it in WoW. And like just role playing in general is definitely a huge part of these type of games. So it's nice to see that we have a role playing guild in this story because like we have the lore nuts, we have the animal fanatics, and now we got our fucking super hardcore role players, and I'm down with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But
Uh, go ahead.
now the now it's just now they're mentioning more about like the dragon threat and the new
Full story.
land. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff getting name dropped here. Like they talked about how 10 p.m. was in the new land, and he's talking about the dragon threat. So I'm guessing this it's not gonna be the next thing I'm thinking is gonna be like the Wolfgang and these guys alliance versus the next Colossi. So that's something other than like big, more PvP. So seeing a large scale battle is something that I've wanted in this story for a long time, and so I think we're finally getting there. Um, it's really nice because we've seen three Colossi battle now, and each one was 10 or less players versus the mob. So
Well, no, there's
Yeah.
the one where which guild was it? I don't know. They were attacking Lycokin.
It was
Lyco?
SF Zoo.
Yeah,
yeah, that was
yeah,
SF Zoo, but they got wiped out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we saw a pretty big group of them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but, like, in the end, it really was just, like, Sunraku and his,
Yeah, yeah.
five homies that beat it. Like, the other after a while, like, SF Zoo, they weren't even present in that battle. I don't even remember what happened. Like, did they just all die or
Yep.
what? Okay, yeah, they weren't present in that battle for the, like, back half, like, 7 chapters. So, I wanna see an actual raid where it's like, we need 20 to 30 people to take down this boss fight, and I think we're moving into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone's
So
talking about these people are all talking about the upcoming battle, and it's like nobody, Sunraku and gang haven't talked about like heading to the new land and stuff, but these people are here, and Sunraku and them, they're gonna overhear shit like, oh yeah, there's a big dragon battle coming and shit like that, and they're not gonna be able to resist that.
yeah. Though let's also talk about this interesting piece of like a conflicting schedule now with Sunraku because the same day they're supposed to do that team battle. Oh, it's the day he's supposed to defend Rabbitsu and like go and take on like the avatar of that of that snake colossus for his like for a stronger curse for him to take on. So he's got to deal with two things at once now. So he's got to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't remember this Kendo thing though. I think it happened before
I think it was
the
a couple
current
chapters
arc.
ago.
Yeah, I want to say he like popped into a game and there, or maybe he was talking about like there was something in another game that he wanted to like go and check out or something. But I can't remember when it
So
I think
happened.
it
I think it was
was
right before this meeting.
a really easy dumb game. He said that he had no problem beating through, but there was a like end of the game level where the old man Fugaku basically was the real life master in kendo, and they like transported his skills into the game or whatever, something like that, and he's been trying to beat him because he's like really good.
Okay, I feel like that happened around the time when he was fighting the Lion Knight or something when he was using the new sword and shield that he got. I could,
Might have been
No.
afterwards.
I'm
Ah,
I'm
flipping
pretty
through
sure it
now
was before this meeting happened.
it
before
wasn't
the
right
current.
before this meeting.
Yeah, I don't think it was right before. I'm trying to find it.
I think it was right before he met up with uh what's her name? The other chick that has access to Rabatuza.
Akane
Kaneki.
Akitsu,
Yeah. I think it
Akitsu
was
Kai.
right before he went to her and was seeing her fight her rabbit boss enemy, the Reaper thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm flipping through trying to get to it now. Just yeah, I don't remember what the deal is with that, but I think you're right on. Oh wait, here we go. Kendo thing. Yep, VR. Uh, okay. Well, maybe whatever. Maybe I can kill some time playing something else. So like when he gave the stuff to Vash to get his shit crafted, he's like, I'm gonna take a nap, and he logged out and he said, while I have the chance, I'm gonna try this game. Iwamaki recommended to me. I think that's the girl that works at the store. It's called VR Kendo Ultimate. It's chapter 224 if anyone that wants to tag along, listening, or one of you guys. But it's called VR Kendo School Ultimate, and it's got this endorsement from a guy named Fugaku Ryu Guin. So he zones in and he's getting his ass kicked in kendo versus the AI teacher. Uh, this is mainly edutainment for the so. Why is it? Oh, educational entertainment. Okay, yeah. So edutainment, he calls it. Uh, guess they care about more edutainment stuff. Let me see. Where is the part where they talk about the final stage? Okay, the it was based on like a real life like kendo master.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So the
Okay.
question is, what is Kyogoku? Kyogoku? Goku? What?
Kyogoku. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyogoku. What's her relation to Fugaku? Because she kind of like perks up when he says the name.
Yeah, I'm wondering like maybe she's beating him or maybe it's like her grandpa or something. I don't know. Kyogoku and his name is Fugaku Ryogwin. So like the name is kind of similar. Kyogoku and Fugaku Ryogwin. She might be related to dude.
Is it an anagram?
Hey,
No.
Good.
Mm,
I don't know. We might got something.
I'm not doing that right now though.
Yeah, nah,
yeah,
nah,
put it
but
on box.
yeah, but like I could see it, and like, yeah, this AI inserted into the secret boss was traced from none other than Fugaku Ryoguen himself. Two swords. Yeah, he uses a two sword style, and he fucking dusts Sunraku or whatever. Where was the part? Hold on, there was something. He said, that's it for the end credits. Now on this screen, you put in a code and you unlock the AI Ultimate Master. Okay. Yeah. Can't
and then
remember if
you
there was something he gets from beating it or something.
find out Kyogoku is just an old ass man playing as her.
Bruh. He fucking retired. Like I think they said he died, but like maybe not. But it'd be crazy if he just retired and just like I would have just live on forever in this game in PvP. That'd be
That-
nuts.
That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, it's good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff. Let me see. I spent a lot of time looking for that chapter, so now I'm kind of in a fucking tizzy. Let me flip back through this chapter real quick because I'm sure there was some other stuff I wanted to talk about. Um, yeah, I mean everyone's here and they're talking about the Black Dragon stuff, Sieg Worm. So Kane Akitsu's got to get involved. Oh, this chick is the defense holder. So we got the attack holder, and she's the defense holder. So I think it's going to be a pretty big deal if both of them are on the same battlefield. Also, we were talking about who we think might get pulled into this clan battle, and I don't know if we ever talked about like the numbers, but Steiger 100 says it'll be a 5v5. So Sunraku's kind of definitely involved. I don't know if we thought that. I don't know if maybe I said maybe he wouldn't be, or maybe Pencilgon or somebody wouldn't be, maybe a Kyogoku, but like they have Wolfgang has like 8 members,
Yeah.
but I don't see Rust and Mordo getting involved. So I think it'll be Sunraku, Pencilgon, Kane Akitsu, um, Kazo, and who else? I guess they would have to be Rust or Mordo if Saiger Zero doesn't get involved because I think she's the only other one. So
Yeah, I don't think Sunraku's gonna make it back for the fight, so they're gonna have to rely on the other members.
yeah,
Mm, very
they,
yeah. I think that's how it's gonna go.
they'd be pissed if they get dragged into Sunraku's fucking battle and while he's off goofing about.
Uh,
Mm.
I don't know. It's this is one of the series that's hard to predict, not because like it's meant to be that way, but because by the time you process what you read, it's like, okay, this chapter like ended. I have a bunch of questions, but I have no idea what those answers could be.
Also, feel like Weekly Shonen magazine chapters, like when they end, it always feels like they end in the middle of something. Like
Yeah,
not in the same way that most manga magazines do, where it's like obviously they lead they leave off on a cliffhanger, but I always feel like I'm reading a chapter that's supposed to have 18 chapters, but manga from this magazine will end on like page 13, and I'm like, whoa, wait, where's the rest? Like it didn't happen, but it feels that way. It
I think
feels like I
it's
only read.
I think it's because there's no like marker saying to be continued like everything else at the end of the chapter.
Yeah, that and it doesn't end on like a big, fucking we're all here or like an edgy moment. There's no
Yeah.
like you just got sauced or anything. There's no cool posing. It's just poof, and that's the end of the chapter. They're just laughing about Sunraku being gone.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no there's no like definitive conclusion type shit.
yeah, that's fair.
But it was good. They you think they're gonna tell these guys they're probably not because I mean the Inventoria thing they think he teleported but he's just gonna poof right back in the same spot once they fucking leave.
Yeah. So I would assume they don't.
Yeah, unless he logs out. Like if he goes in Inventory and just logs out there, then they're cooked. They can't track him or anything. I wonder he probably can't log out in there.
Eh, I feel like he has.
Maybe I don't remember if he's done it before, but that seems like the type of thing that would like block logouts,
Yeah.
so you can't like cheat a boss fight or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
But good chapter. We met got to know a few more characters and talked about upcoming conflicts and fucking we got some Kyogoku noticing things. So interested to see what's up with that for sure. Fugaku, and Kyogoku. There's got to be something there, bro.
I couldn't
Hmm.
tell you what it is though.
It's him. It's old man. It's the old guy.
We'll
Which
find out in
is
200 chapters.
probably.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Because Shangri-La Frontier gonna be here for a while. Because look how long, look how much time could be spent on not combat. Like we haven't had a major conflict in like 30 plus chapters. Like he did some squabbling. He went and fought the Lion Knight after he got a couple of tools and stuff, but we haven't been in a major thing. But like they're talking about progressing the world story now and shit. So probably about to jump into some hefty story stuff now.
Yeah, that is one thing I will give Shangri-La Frontier is y- I don't see an end in sight. Like
I mean,
every
I'll still
time
go and
you
have the 900
think
chapters.
every
Yeah.
time you think about what the next step could be, you ask yourself, okay, but what about this? What next? And there's like no end to that process because I, I don't know. I could easily see it hitting 700, 800, 900 chapters.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna be like following this series for 10. Yeah, like I'm thinking the anime is gonna hit 10 seasons as long as they, if they commit to like, yeah, we're going to animate it into the end, we're seeing like 10 seasons
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they can always just pop into another, side game. Like like since the fighting game, I think we've been in like two other side games. Raku's like tagged into like a shooting game and something, and now he's talking about going and doing this kendo thing. Like there's a lot of side games that can just happen. So it's
Look,
like,
Yeah.
I
This
need
is literally the
Shangri-La.
One Piece of Isekai.
I
wait, what?
need Shangri-La Frontier to blow up so that we can get an action RPG Shangri-La Frontier game.
I think Shangri-La
Season
Frontier
3.
is. I think Shangri-La Frontier is already, blown up. Like it's one of the top sellers now, and I
Yeah, it
think
is.
I think I think there is a game. I just don't know.
It's an
I think
app.
you
It's
said
like an
it's an
MMO
app.
app, like the soul leveling Arise game, I think. Something like that. It's like one of those.
Mm.
Yeah, they have a game. Yeah, Shangri-La Frontier game trailer. There's yeah, there needs to be a bigger thing for sure. Like I would love like a World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy type Shangri-La Frontier game. Don't know if we'll ever see that though, but like something in that world would be cool.
Yeah, very true. And plus, if it's not already, since it's already like getting attention now, especially from season 2. When season 3 starts, most likely next year. Oh boy, oh man, people are gonna be hyped. The production value on the anime just went up from season 2 from season 1, and if it keeps getting better, then season 3 is gonna be on a whole different level. Especially if we get to the Turnit fight. I still can't pronounce that goddamn name.
Yeah, Katarnet is how I've been saying it. So it's just like
And I keep tripping over
Cutarnit.
my tongue.
Yeah, gotta get that thing in order, yo. Wrangle it back in. That floppy tongue. But
What?
yeah, shit flip flopping. But
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think I'm spent on this chapter. You got anything else for this one, Weeb? Any thoughts on the series at all?
No, I'm here for the long haul.
Okay, okay. What about you, Traffy? Anything for this one or the series in general?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, that's going to do it for Shangri-La Frontier, chapter 233, Slip Slash Scramble. Now jumping into Ranger Reject, chapter 185, Mirror Image. And gotta say, it feels good to have Ranger here, man. It's been a while since we got to talk about some Ranger Reject, and I think we are still 2 or 3 chapters behind. Because unfortunately we only have the unofficials to read because the officials are like sucky and they only update by volume or something stupid. Like on K manga, they're like, we're on 185. I think the officials are still on like 150 or something stupid like that. But we here, baby. It is what it is. We got what we got. This is a good chapter. I liked it. Do you got any thoughts for this one, Traff?
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts for this one.
Okay.
First, so the beginning is interesting because obviously this has all still been a part of Shinya's plan because he was allowing it to happen, and then we have Wendy and what weren't we theorizing that Wendy was Emma Matai?
It was a big theory within the community, and I think that
Yeah.
I want to say this chapter confirms that Wendy is not Imamatai.
Yes, I would say
Feels
the
like it.
same. So then it's who is Wendy once again?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like who and what, like because everyone's been really weird around Wendy. Whenever he comes up, they're like, I've seen this guy before and stuff like that. Like there's something mysterious with him. Maybe he's the dragon executive or something. I don't know. There's definitely something. So he's not just a normal human. Um, Something's with him. He's the only person with like funky eyes too. He's got like stars in his pupils. It's like
Uh,
something's up with him.
I mean,
It's
I mean,
anime.
Hibiki,
besides,
yeah, the Sakuramas have
yeah, I was gonna say
weird
besides
eyes.
them. They're the only other ones I think, but like stars are different from just like they got like a lot of sparklies in them. I don't know, kind of like there's kind of like constellations or something too. Like looks like lots of stars, but he's just got one big star. It's kind of giving fucking Okubo with fucking characters who have, funky things in their eyeballs. But yeah, I think this confirms it's not Wendy isn't Imamatai.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
it does.
Maybe you saying maybe it is?
I mean, there was a big explosion. We don't see Wendy, and then Amatai shows up later. I don't know. There's always a possibility, but
That
like,
is fair.
Yeah, I get so like the reason I was saying that I don't like even with that I was thinking it wasn't is because he's after the explosion, Shinya, good Shinya is like, hey, can you hear me? I know you're watching from somewhere, but it's possible that it was still him. Like he got
they
caught in
probably
the
don't know.
explosion. He got caught in the explosion, and he was just there. But I don't know. It's still weird because like he reacts like when he sees the other when the other Shinya shows up, he's like, huh? Like he doesn't know. But I mean, maybe he wouldn't know. I don't know.
Because like, based off of what the, let's just say, good Shinya was saying, the motivate one of the main motivations for Amatai is to apparently turn back into a human, using Glasses Guy as an example of someone that managed to keep his humanity and stay human despite Magatia being basically revived through him. So maybe the form of Wendy is just a disguise and not his actual human form, and so that's why he was working with the evil Shinya because he was promising to turn him back to normal once things were settled or whatever. That could be the case.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
the you pointing out the fact that the explosion happens and then we only see good and bad Shinya and no Wendy. I feel like, that's a good point for maybe for not officially saying, okay, they're two different people. Um, but I don't know.
It's a Bruce Wayne and Batman situation. You haven't seen both of them in the same room.
To be
But
fair,
like
you haven't seen Emma Matai and most people in the same room.
yeah, this is the
Yeah.
first time actually seeing him on screen. So we can confirm that he isn't Shinya at least.
Yeah.
But like it just feels weird to like the way good Shinya is kind of like calling out to him as if like it seemed like maybe he was underground just watching the battle or something, waiting to biding his time for a moment to strike or something, or take someone hostage or something like that. But I mean, good Shinya wouldn't know anyway. Like he
You
wouldn't
guys
know it
been
was
trapped.
Wendy. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's just hoping that he's listening. But I don't know. It just feels weird if like the way it all plays out. But I don't know. I guess it could work.
Yeah.
But motherfucker's finally here and strong. He threw yellow fucking across the fucking park or whatever, and this is what Green has been waiting for, doing this whole Super Sunday battle to call out Imamatai. So like, motherfucker got to be strong.
Hmm. I do like how we got a bit more insight into the evil Shinya. How apparently this, what maybe he's lying, but like saying that he does feel, like I don't know, guilt. I wouldn't want to say guilt, but like he still felt for like killing his quote unquote wife or family. He has all those old memories and emotions, but he has like, but since he's like driven by his desire, which is how it was made, he just uses like these motivational speeches of use this tragedy to make yourself uh better, follow your dreams no matter what, and kind of twisting it into this, into what's currently going on in the world right now in this series. And I find that really interesting. Like he's really using like classic motivational speeches or phrases to just like how do I put this double down on basically making himself feel more justified. I don't know if that's the right word, like more set in stone with what he's doing right now, as if he's not really doing the wrong thing, and things that what he's doing right now is just ultimately for the best because he's following through with his vision and what he wants to do no matter what.
Yeah, I definitely don't think there's any lie in what he's saying. He's just he was split off. The original made two clones, and he was like, "You do what you want, and you do what you feel is right." So he's just doing what he was made for. He's doing what exactly he want, living out his heart's desire. And whenever he starts to feel like, oh man, maybe I should stop. He listens to music and shit, and they're like, it's all good to make mistakes. Do what your heart wishes. So he's just living his dream. He wants his show to go the way he wants it to, and he wants his ending his perfect way. So yeah, I love his character, man. He's come a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so my question for y'all, the last three panels of the chapter, is that like Suzukiri standing in a doorway watching Chidori?
Um,
Hmm.
Maybe not
Yes.
watching Chidori. I think she's definitely watching like part of this. Like I think like in that top panel where it says it's time to finish what we started. That's where Matai and them are at. And I think she is there, like at that same, but I think Chidori's greed eye is there, and she's like 50 feet behind it, also looking at the same thing that he is, and Chidori's like 10 minutes across the park or whatever. Chidori
Yeah,
like
I think that.
himself.
Yeah, I think that's what it's being portrayed as. Like the crackpot theorist in me makes me want to believe that it's actually Hisui instead of Suzukiri. And it's just like like giving us a false sense of who's there since they're still in shadow. Because like we all know that Hisui like wants revenge on Emma Matai. Like she has a grudge
Well,
against Emma Matai.
Well, it's kind of
So like
implied. We don't know who destroyed her house, and she kind of
it's
perked up.
implied, but that's like that's kind of what she believes at the moment.
Yeah, I think she's definitely gonna want Emma Ty, but like I don't know, this executive has so much like mystery wrapped around it. So like it's exciting to finally see it, and it hurts to know that there are more chapters that are out right now that could answer these questions, but we just can't read them. So like the pain is real.
yeah.
That's
But
what none of this would be a problem if freaking K manga would actually get somebody to translate this stuff as the chapters come out instead of by volume.
yeah,
But hey, why not make only one weekly shonen magazine that isn't Hajime no Ippo that's already like 20 years behind, like 10 years behind publication anyway, not be up to date with literally everything else in the same magazine? That sounds fair. While everything else is pretty much up to date, even their digital magazines.
bro,
I'm frustrated.
I feel like a lot of these stories would be a lot more popular if they went the manga plus route and just updated it every day with new chapters
Yeah,
from like
Yeah.
whatever, because
or
then
just Weekly
everyone
Shonen
can
Jump
read it.
slash Viz.
Yeah, like because people could just go and read them, and we would have an app versus like telling people, "Oh, you got to go to some backwater website and fucking hope that blip 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 blip." Blip. If there was just a fucking
Ugh.
app, an official app that even fucking pay $3 if you were, I don't know, like I don't pay for Manga Plus because you can just get it and read the chapters as they come out, but like some people pay for it, and it's like nothing wrong with
Yeah.
it. But this whole paying per chapter and whatever that fucking K manga's got going on, and then like just being behind, like this stuff could be a lot more popular and probably have a lot more sales if people had access to it the way they do with Jump Plus and stuff. Like we got like Don isn't in a magazine, and it's selling really great.
I
So
think I just took a quick peek at K manga. It looks like they're kind of in like the Weekly Shonen Jump route, where like, or I mean, Jump Plus route, where like a lot of the chapters are free to read, but it's only like you say free to read quote unquote quotation marks, mainly with the stupid like tickets that last 24 hours, and only the
yeah,
most and only the and only like the first three chapters of a series seem free, and the most recent three chapters you have to pay for them 100%. And I'm like, just do the weekly Shonen Jump on Viz Media model. It's working for them. They're making money off it. Even the Manga Plus one, people are still gonna make like buy the membership just so they can reread their series and stuff like that. Just go that route. This model, I know it's like a something that happens in Japan with a lot of their stuff, but like it doesn't work here in the West. It's one of the lowest rated apps they have right now. It's a very low rated app. I mean, look, kudos to the people that are spending money to like get the chapters. Heck, the people that are probably going to be uploading these chapters illegally probably are spending actual money to get the chapters so you can get the screenshots and stuff like that. So it's still supporting it, but like fix the model. It's more convenient for
sucks,
everybody and
man.
more people will subscribe.
Yeah, and I feel like it costs more to read it like with K manga like versus just
It
buying a
does.
volume. Like I
It's
think the
practic
tokens are more expensive than just get like the tokens for the same amount of chapters that you would get in a volume. I think is more expensive. So it's like
and some series have like different have like have higher or lower like point values per chapter. Like some of them can just be disproportionate points and stuff like that. It's so stupid. It's really stupid.
that and, like I've
Um
seen, I think they broke some chapters up. Like I think a couple times Blue Lock has had like chapter 214 and then like chapter 214 B. Like they split the chapter up and it's like, do you people got to pay for that too? So it's like
yep.
it's a pain, man. Like
It's so
just make the
dumb.
shit better. Yeah. But anyway, back to this one. This pose of fucking Shinya is fucking cool, and it's dope that like he just had his bow the whole time. I'm guessing Green knew that, and like the whole like they were kind of in cahoots. It makes me question how much of this is like, was he really ever like going to attack or like try and kill Shinya, and did he know about him having a bow? I feel like he had to know he had the bow.
No, I think
Um,
he just materialized the bow out of midair.
oh, I
Might
thought
be
it
an
was like
ability of the bow
invisible.
to be summoned.
Okay, okay. I thought it was like invisible and he was just holding it the whole time.
No, look like it was
Uh,
summoned. Traffy's right on that one.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. Because I think there are some times where we see him, kind of like moving his hands and stuff while he's hanging on up there.
Yeah, he's being
Uh,
handsy.
yeah, but no, cool chapter. I love. So I like that. And then on page 7, the Shinya when Shinya shows up with the gun, and then the panel beneath it is like the same shape, like the panel breakdown kind of like shapes the gun. That's cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And then yeah, this is a cool chapter, man. Shinya catching the bullet with the lightning, like Shinya yellow. This Shinya and Shinya. So yellow keeper and fucking good Shinya. I guess I'm gonna try and call it, but yeah, yellow catching the bullet and just not wanting to kill dude. He's like, I could have killed you. You want to know why? And can you tell? It's like I'm thinking he just wanted to. I think he mentioned it in the flashback. Like he didn't want to kill him because like he wanted him to be around or something like that. I had to go back and look. I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure he said why he didn't kill him, like in that.
Like I don't remember, but it could just be something as simple as I wanted you to see that my path was the best path that we could have chosen. Since that was the reason why they were split in the first place and cloned. To see which
Yeah.
one of them was right.
Maybe, yeah. But I mean, I guess he's been training because like Wendy is like attacking him and he's like weaving. So like Wendy didn't murder him, and Wendy's a ranger apparently. Like Wendy probably should have been able to dust him, but like I guess not if he's been keeping up with his fitness. Um, Something to think about though is like Imamatai is wanting to turn back and study humans and stuff. So it makes sense now why he was distributing his meat to people and having them turn into. Remember back in the chop arc when he was giving the chop to people. So it was like
Yep.
Yeah.
he was turning people into executives, like fucking minor execs and invaders and stuff. So that I guess he could figure out a way of changing himself back. I'm guessing.
Yeah. I think yeah, probably on you're probably on to something there. Makes everything happen a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's like he's like doing the reverse Shinya. They're both like scientist type characters, but
Wait.
he's trying to like reverse the process. And maybe that'll be what saves what's her name? Izome if they figure out a way.
Hold on. Uh so that just kind of sparked back up the windy theory because if Emma Matai's goal is to find a way to turn back human, and you said that Emma Matai used the chop to try to turn people to experiment to see if they could turn them back, but we know that it was Yellow that was distributing the chop meat.
They did that was that a thing? I
Yeah,
think I thought they
yeah,
said Emma Mattel was distributing it.
No, it was yellow.
Okay, definitely gonna have to go back and re look into that one.
But yeah, if that is the case, it would make sense if it was Wendy who is Imamatai.
Yeah,
Because
that
where
actually
else
makes more
would
sense.
Yellow get the fucking Imamatai meat from?
I like even like Yellow Keeper had a kind of like who the fuck is that guy look when he saw Wendy though. So I don't know. There's still a lot of mysteries going on.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on. There's some questions that need to be answered, and I need to reread for sure
It
from
could
like
be that good Shinya has never seen Imamatai in the Wendy form.
yeah, that's possible. And I think yeah, if Wendy is in Matata, I think that's what's happened here. He just lucked up and was like, "Hey man, if you're watching," and the guy he just fucking blew up happened to be the person he's like reaching out to, like, "Hey man, please, I got something for you," and he's like, "All right, I'll get out the smoke."
Yeah, I don't know. Like I need some answers in regards to that.
Yeah,
We'll get them eventually.
we'll get him. But cool chapter, Shinya versus Shinya. Um, didn't expect to see the Shinya showdown so soon. Kind of thought that like I don't know who I thought like Yellow would face first, but he's kind of got like a little bit of a gauntlet going, and then he's got this whole like if Green gets killed by the Neos, I'll just beat them and everybody. He's still like super into his whole like fantasy of like having the Dragon Rangers live on forever and be this great show where he's a hero because he's like I'll be the hero after avenging Green if they kill him, or I'll beat Green and I'll forgive him and it'll look like I'm a great guy and stuff like that. And it's like I feel like even if Green really wants you dead because of he wants him dead. You killed Sine and probably some other shit that pissed him off. So it's like that second result definitely wouldn't happen. Like Chidori is not just gonna shake your hand. Like I'm pretty sure he'd rather die than fucking kiss up to you again.
Yeah.
But yeah, good chapter. It's nice to see it again. But hopefully we get the other two or three chapters kind of soon-ish and get some more answers answered. But I think I'm spent on this one. You got anything else for this, Traffy?
Nah, I'm good.
What about you, Weep?
I'm all good.
All right, let us know down below if we forgot anything because it's been a while since anyone's read any Ranger Reject, and we're probably forgetting some stuff. If we misremembered things or forgot something, that's the same word, but fancier. But whatever, let us know down below in the comments. Do the thing, baby. That was Ranger Reject chapter 185, Mirror Image. Now jumping into Ichi the Witch, 47th Hunt, Kamugi Harvest, and gotta say. Love the color pages. This is apparently the 1 year anniversary, even though we were talking off stream about it, and the first chapter started on like September
8th.
8th.
Yeah.
So, you
Somebody
know,
please explain how that works below because yeah,
because
we
yeah,
don't know.
because it also isn't like 50. I know the anniversaries are usually like around 48 to 52 chapters, but like there aren't 52 chapters a year because of like breaks and double issues and stuff like that. But like, I still like why is the 47th chapter considered the anniversary and not like the chapter that comes out on the like on the week of the actual release, unless like is there not a chapter next week? I think there is, but like even if I feel like next week's chapter would probably be the one that they consider the anniversary or the one after that, not even numbers, because two chapters from now will be 49, but it would be like September 7th or something. So like why is this considered the anniversary? Somebody let us know down below, because
Yeah.
unless Weeb has come up with anything in the time that has been since we started talking about that, I haven't got an idea. And Traffy said he don't fucking know. So anyway, fucking cool color page though. Love the colors. And did you guys see the? So I know we got like the two color pages here, but did you see the magazine cover that had Ichi and Descaris on it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that.
Yeah,
looks
that shit was
very nice.
Yeah, that shit was clean as fuck. I love the red on Discard's. Like we don't have it to look at right now and talk about, but like I remember seeing it and Discard's is like where her clothes are normally like white or whatever, it was red. And I thought that was fucking fire. So like I hope we get that more often. I don't know if that was like just an anniversary treat, but I would like to see some outfit swaps at some point. Do some, do some Luffying around, get a new fit for a new continent or something. Not saying
Oh
it's got to
yeah.
change completely, but and I mean, with it being manga, we wouldn't really be able to tell for real like that anyway. But once this gets animated, you'll be able to tell. So it'd be dope if we get like a different, Discaris fit or something every once in a while. Um,
Im- Imagine the ending sequence is literally just the Scaris like montage of her just putting on different clothes
you know, I
and
would
showing it
not
off to people.
I would not doubt that they do that. Like, they will probably just straight up have the ending theme just be people praising Discaris and her like taking, pictures and the paparazzi and signing books and just doing all kinds of stuff that like she be doing in the background when the chapters are going. So like that would be fire actually.
I could see the series ending with like Kamugi closing a book and she's like, "This is my final report for the story of Ichi the Witch" or something.
I can see that too. It being like a picture book or something and
Yeah.
we just
Yeah. It's
watching it fucking unfold. That'd be dope. Mean, it's gonna be going for a while, so we gonna get multiple endings because it's gonna be multiple seasons long. I imagine. Like right now, we're at what chapter 47, so that's already more than a season if they do one core, which I hope they wouldn't do. But yeah, let's get 24 episodes in there, baby.
Hmm.
But yeah, y'all got any more thoughts for the color pages? Because I kind of rambled on that.
nah, I'm good.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, everybody looking cute and cool. Yeah, but Kamugi chapter, how you feeling, Weeb?
I like that we actually got a bit more into Kamugi and how she feels about everything because you kind of get the implications a little bit. But like, I like the confirmation that despite all the crap that she's had to deal with, all the chaos, all the near-death experience, following Ichi's like random schemes or hunting tricks, that she's just absolutely having the time of her life and just can't stop recording every single piece of information that she's seen throughout every mission she's been on thus far and standing up to her sister. And I just find that honestly really perfect. I like moments like this in a series. I like how she stood up for herself and just basically exposed her sister for just basically being like a Chinibio, being like, "Oh, my eye is perfectly fine. I just have a small." She just has a small scar. And she just wears the eye patch to look cool.
Yeah,
I just find that hilarious.
it does. I want to hear Travis' thought on it too, but it does kind of feel like I don't know if I want to say weird, but like the fact that she kind of like went along with it and felt it seemed like she was gonna be when her sister got mentioned and came into the screen, it felt like she was just gonna like stay in this like I messed up and I owe her and all this and I can never hope for more for myself. But as soon as like she threatens like her job that she likes, she's like, nah, fuck that, bro. Like you actually, your eye is fire, bro. Like she stood up for herself immediately and it felt like it happened
Well,
like kind of quick to me.
not immediately. I think it took. She was actually going to just agree with her sister. It just took Ichi just giving her the nudge of asking her what she thinks, because like her sister never after the incident, she basically just like her sister was saying that Kamugi was just like keeping her head down to just let her sister walk all over her, no matter what. And so basically it just became like a reflex to just do whatever her sister says no matter what, even if you
Yeah,
don't agree with it. And it just took Ichi being the only person seemingly in years that has asked her what she really wants to do.
yeah. I guess that makes
Al-
sense.
Also, just a little offhand thing of Shirobadana just being like, Kamugi, you gave me way too, like a lot more than I expected, but I guess I was right hiring you. So
Yeah,
that was
she's
a
got
nice little thing too.
fucking mountains of reports on the desk. I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Yeah. So it's like I was thinking like it feels weird that she's just kind of like suddenly, she was being stepped on and whatever her sister says goes and then, once her sister's like, I'm gonna take your job and she's like, fuck you, man, that's my job. But no, I'm guessing you're right. Like nobody's ever asked her how she felt or what she really wanted to do, and she just kind of did it. And like Ichi saying, like, "What do you want to do?" It sparked it, and she's like, "You know what? Fuck this." Like, yeah, it sucks. I hurt you. Like I blew your face off, but like you're straight, man. Like I know what you did. You wouldn't get surgery. Your shit is good, bro. Like I'm not about to kiss your ass no more. Like I'm tight and I'm having fun, and I'm not gonna let you take these fun moments from me.
Yeah.
I just want to take this moment to kind of like shit on Knox. Because he
Yeah,
mentioned last week that he was complaining that Ichi basically understood the situation too well. And,
oh yeah,
I was counter arguing that he doesn't understand the situation. He just understands his friend. And, this chapter definitely reinforces that because, like, Ichi is literally just standing there, and the only things he says in this entire conversation is basically, "Is that right, Kamugi?" And then the final one where he tells Spica that she's not his type, but that's
yeah.
something he heard from Discaris. So I really don't think he understood the situation at all. He was just worried for his friend.
I mean,
Yeah.
is that? I mean, and that also makes sense. He was an only child, and he basically grew up alone in the mountains. So it makes sense why I wouldn't fully understand the situation at all.
Yeah, he has no idea what he just said to her.
Yeah,
He
100%. And I kind of love
like
that.
yeah, like, he's like, "It worked, she really did go away, you see that?" This is like, bro, fucking he thinks that this is like some special magic chant to make her go away. Nope. You just fucking crushed her heart, she wanted to boing your bones, yeah. She wanted to wait a couple of years and get it on with you and further her position in the political world, but nope, not my type. Damn, crushed. Looking stupid. Everybody looking at you. You look whack now in front of all your friends, yeah. Go ahead, take the eye patch off, bro. Just going home. It's gonna be all good.
I'm
Just
not
skip
gonna lie.
the
I'm not gonna lie. When Ichi said "You're not my type," I was laughing as hard as Kamugi when that happened.
yeah, that shit caught me off guard. I definitely got a chuckle when I'm just looking. I'm looking at everybody else's faces, like Kabugi and fucking Speaker. Is like, bro, they nobody expected that shit. Yeah,
Man. I
But
do.
hey,
I'm curious to see some character development for Spica, and I definitely think we're going to because there's been a little bit too much focus on her for there to not be a character journey and something between her and her sister growing together.
yeah.
we're gonna get a mini arc of that. 100%. It's basically guaranteed at this point.
I can see something happening where like Kamugi gets in danger and her sister steps up and it's like, I've been mean to you, but like I'm not gonna let anyone fucking hurt you type shit.
Yeah, yeah, I
She
can see
pulls
that.
through. Yeah. But I really love the moments where we like this chapter was like really built up well, like the Kamugi stuff and her, she never wanted this to be involved in all this. She's please let our next mission be a saner one. And these moments where we're like seeing her dressed up as a mushroom and catching the mushroom and running for like on page 8 when she's beside Discaris and she's like jumping. I'm guessing this is like her getting ready to like sprint because she's like running from the people in what was the village, Bakugami village, or
Hmm?
what was the village called? She's like
Akugami,
running
I
from
think.
them. Yeah, but like this, I'm guessing this boing boing is like when people jump before they like start running. And it's like that shit's hilarious. So we're just seeing all the things that she's been through in the last like month that she would have never like done, normally and before meeting Ichi. And it's like she's getting to go on so much, so many fun adventures that she can't even fucking help it. Her hand is like writing on its own while she's passing out. Like this is good stuff.
Yeah,
Loving
Hmm.
the Kamugi moment and definitely looking forward to the Kamugi volume cover that better be next.
better be.
It should be because we already have 3 of the 4 members of Team the Scars already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think we're getting another member.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Not I
Too
don't think
soon.
Speaker, but like definitely not Speaker, but like yeah, it's definitely too soon. But
We need another
we'll
massive arc before that
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, maybe another arc or two. I'd be cool with an Ororo volume cover.
Mm, that'd be cool too. But like, I want Kamugi first, so we at least get the main team together, like we all
I
want.
I wonder if this is like a build up arc to something dealing with Spica and Kamugi. And so this will be the arc that focuses on her. This will be the volume cover for her. And this will, show us that journey of them coming together.
Yeah,
Either that or Nishi's gonna set this up similar to Iruma, where like we get this set up now, but I won't get this for like dozens of chapters down the line for a for some kind of resolution.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
just the assumption with the volume cover being Kamugi.
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
I think this just we spent like three or four chapters on like Kamugi kind of theme chapters or whatever. I think is enough to get a volume cover.
Yeah.
Like we spent a good bit, and like next week it'll probably follow up with that a little more. And I don't know, part of me is like thinking like how does this intro end, because like they introduce Ichi to the world, and Speaker immediately jumps in and is like, hey, let me join your crew, but like, okay, what's next,
I love
like,
how she, I love how she immediately wanted to jump on that bone the second she saw him.
Well,
yeah.
remember, this was the practice reveal where they
Oh
just
yeah,
revealed to the other witches. They haven't done
Oh,
the
hmm
worldwide reveal yet.
oh yeah, fair. Yeah, that's true.
okay. So then, yeah, because I'm thinking like, what happens, when this is like once Speaker walks away, what do they do like with the rest of the time? And I was thinking like maybe fucking Ororo makes an appearance and just fucking freaks people out, and like we find out about some ominous shit that's like on the horizon. But
And
I don't
Spica
know.
tries
Or
to ruin the reveal for them.
or even better, a Discaris only chapter.
I'd
What?
I'd be down.
Just Discaris doing shit.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
she's here, so it's like she's yeah. I don't know. I think probably next chapter it'll just be more of the, not this, but like more of like introducing the team and getting to know them, because like in the last chapter it was just like, and here's Descaris, here's Kamuki, here's Gokuraku and our male witch. I think they'll like get more into like the characters talking to more people and stuff. Like Gokuraku will meet some more people, and they'll find out a little bit more about his past and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
just shit like that. Just some uh some mingling is what I think. Just more mingling without like Speaker trying to weasel her way in.
yeah, that could be the case.
Yeah, but good chapter. And yeah, just really love Kamugi, stepping up for herself, and she loves her job, man. That's all we can all, ask for, a job that we don't hate. And
Yeah.
hmm
she loves her job now. So good on you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything else for this one, Weeb? Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh no, I think I left everything. I think I left everything out.
Okay. Yeah. Good chapter. What about you, Trav?
I put everything on the table.
All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a pretty simple one. Not too much craziness happen. Um, but yeah, that was Ichi the Witch, chapter 47, Kamugi Harvest. Now jumping into Otter of the Flame, chapter 15, The Windy Bay. I want to start off by saying I actually really like this chapter, and I felt like it was one of the stronger ones. You guys, might disagree or agree, but I don't know. This was one where it gave me hope. I felt like the story could continue. It did similar things to the last chapter where it like introduced a lot of like new terms and names and stuff. And it's like, yeah, these are things that you guys might miss out on if this thing is axed. But like, I felt like it felt better. It flowed better in this one, and I don't know. There's just stuff I'm interested in. Like this symbol is cool. The Njordir merchant fleet. I love that this like triangle with the wind symbol with like legs on it. I love that emblem, and I just was like thinking when I saw that, I was just like laying in bed. I was just thinking how people come up with like markings like this, and it's like, okay, so it's like wind spirits. So yeah, we got like a wind spirit, and then we're merchants that are fucking foot traffic and merchant moving things. I don't know. I'm just fucking mind brainstorming like how this kind of like insignia comes to be, and it's cool. This is a nice chapter. But I mean, let me hear your thoughts, Traffy.
I'm dreading if Otter ever gets big and then they have like a big transformation scene where the fire spirit turns back to her normal form. I feel like everyone's going to treat her like the flame Atronarch from Oblivion.
No idea what that is. So, do I have? Should I look that up or no?
I
I
don't
mean,
remember it.
it's just it's a flaming like girl demon thing, and people
Oh,
will have been making like memes where they're putting fire resistant potions or what I feel like they'll do something like that, but
it's the internet,
it
I do like the design though. Like in
well,
the,
and it's just a tease of the full design. And
yeah. I mean, they obviously gave her women breasts. Like
yeah.
right now, she's very childlike, but the final form is definitely giving fire mommy, and whatever. Here for it.
Fire mommy.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, but that's another. I feel like this chapter doesn't necessarily do what the last one did. So the last chapter set up a lot of stuff, but this chapter is kind of elaborating on what the last chapter set up. So
Yeah.
like the two together, I feel like are much better than they are separately. Um, well, that's kind of obvious. It's kind of a given. Usually, that's how stories work.
Oh yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
But yeah, I do like how they elaborated on what they were trying to set up before and giving us some more focus on Princess Etapirco. Yeah, and the fact that apparently she has an arranged marriage, I guess, would be the association to destined partner.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean,
I
considering how she just reeled back and just went straight to odor, that just seems like that just seems like the case.
I wasn't thinking arranged marriage. I was just thinking like he's just in love with her and thinks that like she'll marry him just because he's like in love with her and he's a fucking hunk and a hero. Because they said like the only thing he can't read is a woman's heart, so he can't like tell that she doesn't fuck with him. I don't think they have an arranged marriage. Maybe I could be tripping, but
Look, I don't know how old Etapirco is, but she does look very young, especially compared to him. And so it's reminding me of like Jacob imprinting on Bella's daughter from Twilight.
Oh dear God, unless unless the man just had a massive growth spurt.
Yeah, I don't know.
But even then, the proportion just seems off. It gives it borderline gives Bond and Elaine vibes just from the look of it, and I ain't gonna say any more on that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I ain't thinking too far on it. I don't even think she really likes Otter either. I think she's just saying that to
No,
like get him to piss off.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, but I did love how like she punishes Hugin or whatever for like he starts talking up and she's like fuck it, give me tea. And then he's still talking. She's like, all right, massage me, and she, it's. I feel like these are like punishments. Like you've revealed that I'm royalty now. Do these things to fucking make up for it. And he's like rubbing her leg and foot while still just talking about regular ass shit. It's
It's
funny.
like if you didn't reveal that, you wouldn't have to do this.
Yeah. It's like, all right, you wanna talk shit. Now you gotta rub my feet, yeah. I was confused for a moment when he handed him the hoof, because he said every member of Sleipnir's third hoof carries this proof of their membership. But I was like, I thought there were 8 hooves, but okay, so his
right.
battalion is called the third hoof. So he's the third of the 8, and like everyone under him has this like insignia, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
But like, bro, just kind of got wrangled in. He didn't get a choice. They ask like if you want to join the third hoof or nothing. Just like you're one of us.
I
I
I
think it's
will
just convenience.
I will say that with these recent chapters, they really flipped the story around. Like it feels like a drastic 180 compared to what it was before. It's actually sitting down and taking the time to talk about and explain things.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
feels a
weird.
lot more focused.
Yeah, that's what it needed. And like, I mean, it still touched on, things from the previous chapters, and like we reached a place, we got a double page spread with the new kingdom, and lots of new people, and we find out like that there's like this fucking merchant fleet, and then there's a guy stealing cargo. Like we're meeting new characters and stuff. I don't know. It does feel better than what we had before. Just hopefully it's not too late.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But yeah, the stuff with the warriors and the spirits before. So we're finna be the avatar, yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
a journey to collect the wind spirit, and then you're gonna get the earth spirit and the.
They have the iron technically.
I think iron would
So
technically be different
Yeah, I think
from
iron.
earth.
Yeah, I think iron's just kind of like a fucking branch off of Earth. It's not
maybe.
like maybe like Earth's child or something. There's probably some
Hmm.
other ones where there's
That would be
some
Yeah.
interesting. That'd be an interesting way to expand on the lore of the spirits too. So
yeah.
I don't mind
I
that. That sounds really cool.
I would assume that it's like he's not going to collect all of their powers. So like the wind will go to Edipirco, and then we'll get to see how her fighting style expands with that, and they'll get more members who then collect like the Earth Spirit, and I feel like we'll
Ooh, you're
see that more than him getting all of them.
Yeah, because
yeah.
like I mean, I could see this guy getting the wind spirit, like this fucking
Caleb.
Kutane, the guy, the fucking
Yeah, yeah.
because his thing is like he threw his like scarf, and then he's like he just read the wind when it like fucking flat back and smacked the dude in the face or whatever. So it's like he's kind of windy right now. He's reading the wind and the waves or whatever.
I could
And he's
see him becoming the next member of their group.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Also,
Go ahead, go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead. You good?
No, with him saying like I read the flow of the wind, it gave me kind of Sinbad vibes with how he like it's not I wouldn't say wind, but like the flow of the world with how Sinbad does it, the way he was describing things and how he acted is like very Sinbad like in terms of how he presented himself.
Yeah, I can see that.
I gotta
Except
read
Sinbad,
Maki again.
except Sinbad got bitches, and this dude
Yeah,
he getting turned down by a little girl.
good.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely good. But I don't know, like I definitely thought that like in the last arc that the dwarf would like get the iron spirit and just join the crew. Like she would just come along with him and just do like iron things and
Yeah, I was saying that
fucking
too.
blacksmith. But she didn't, so she's not coming, and also like the iron spirit isn't coming. So yeah, there's unless I'm missing something. But yeah, it's cool. I think it'd be cool to get another party member, and this dude could be fun. This guy could be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Can't wait to see how they build on this, and continue the story going forward from here, and what his response is going to be to her choosing Otter. But yeah, this I felt like this is a really good chapter. It was a better one versus what we've had lately. Nothing, no conflict immediately. Like this is very grounded, local problem. Someone smuggling themselves onto a ship and trying to flee. There's no demons or anything right now. This is a good cool down, lead up chapter. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But any thoughts for the chapter that you want to share before we move on? We
Uh, not really. I'm just happy that we're getting some extra stuff. I do like the lore about the spirits basically being referred to as these like heroes that defeated some evil king in the past. I'm curious. I feel like we're definitely going to get more info on that if the series does continue. I'm curious to see what this evil king is. Like my thing is that maybe this evil king, when it was defeated, corrupted like the ice spirit, and that's why the ice kingdom is like trying to freeze all the spirits.
yeah. Yeah, it's some cool stuff. I just hope he can keep it going. You got anything else for this one, Traffy?
Nah, I'm good. Just curious to see what happens next chapter.
All right, and yeah, we're at this is chapter 15. The joke is under 19, but I don't know. I feel like this is gonna go for like 27 to 30 at least, and if it makes it that far, I feel like it can turn itself around. But we'll
Yeah.
see. I'm also spent on this one though. I ain't really got much else to say, so we'll go ahead and tag on up out of here. This was Otter of the Flame, Chapter 15, The Windy Bay. Now, jumping into our final manga segment of the night, baby, it's Kagurabachi, Chapter 91, Natsuki. And Traffy, let's start us off, man. What's your thoughts?
Uh, ah, my boy here, he's so cool. Like he's
Ura?
so cool.
Talking about Ura? Or
No, the
Hishaku dude?
Hishaku dude, yeah.
What's his name? I forgot it. It's Hokuto.
Hokuto, yeah, because he just shows up and then Kita, right?
Kiri.
Kiri,
Kiri.
Kiri. There we go. Kiri, just first off, she puts her foot on his sword, recognizing what style he uses to prevent him from quick drawing. And then it looks like she's about to just straight up decapitate him, but she can't get through his armor.
Yeah.
And then he just face tanks an Iso, reflecting it. And this is all just him standing still. Like,
Bro.
this dude is insane.
Yeah, his body is tough. Like you can see that shit. He felt it though. Like he's got the veins popping in his head, blood flying out of his nose. Like he definitely felt that. He so, but just won't enough. Bro is built different.
Crazy.
I love how the first panel he's leaning like he's got his arm on Hakuri's shoulder. He's like leaning up against him, one hand on his waist, like on his hip, and the other hand like on Buddy, like leading. Yo, where's Urahai, man?
Yeah.
He's mad casual, just chilling, and then he's not really tripping on Kiri. He like chokes her and fucking but she's it's a diversion. She wasn't really trying to or even hoping to fucking decapitate him. It was just to get Buddy ready. So some good stuff going here. He didn't even stumble. Yeah, she was like shocked. Let's see. She still got her sword in her hand, but yeah, she ain't I don't think she got the stuff to tackle Buddy right here.
Yeah.
But dude does the thing, man. He cuts a cake out of the wall and kicks a brick of that wall in. They just they just tearing this building to pieces.
They really are. I guess it would be a pretty easy fix since they're cutting out like perfect squares. You just place it back in and like caulk it back together or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's been getting cut. Like he cut that shit in another half though. So like
Oh yeah.
they gotta fucking gather the piece. They probably got a guy that like whoever's just on the fucking shit stick for the week. Like you fucking didn't clean the bathrooms in the fucking hideout, so you gotta go around and collect all the pieces to fix the fucking wall and shit.
But yeah, yeah, Natsuki shows up and he's putting in that work.
Yeah, he forced Hokuto to back off of Kiri.
Yeah,
He got
I
him.
and
He
like the
got
he
running
him up
gag
off
of the
the smoke.
chapter.
Huh?
I like the running gag of the chapter where he keeps like cutting through the wall in like squares, and that guy in the background be like, "Please stop destroying the building, man!" And then just
Yeah.
goes to give up. And literally, that's the last panel of the chapter. He destroys the area. Like, fine, see if I care.
Yeah, everybody's
Yep.
doing it. Yeah, that's like 5 times that a fucking square has been cut in this building
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
wait, no, didn't it happen twice before this chapter?
Yeah, Carrie did it. Carrie did it actually maybe 3 times. Her initial introduction, and then when she dropped Hakuri down, and then when she dropped the girl down here,
Yeah.
and then Natsuki did it what 2 or 3 times here. So yeah, it's like fucking cake cuts count like at 6 right now.
But yeah, he cuts through his armor, which genuinely surprises dude. Uh and they're going pretty toe to toe. Like it doesn't seem like uh, okay. It looks like Natsuki is like dead serious about the fight, so it doesn't seem like he's going easy. Whereas, what's his name again?
Okuto.
Hokuto. My memory is crap today. But it looks like Hokuto is like he's not taking it serious, but at the same time he's paying attention. Like it's starting to get his interest.
Yeah, he doesn't realize how serious of a fight it is.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, where is it? He says I don't think either of them know like who each other are. Like Hokuto, I mean Natsuki just wants to kill Hishaku, but once he said where is it? Where he says he's his brother or whatever.
Uh, I
So
think I
what was
see it. Based on that emblem, you're definitely Hishaku, right? Absolutely. The name's Hokuto. Hey, if you beat me, I'll introduce you to your brother's killer.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so before then he didn't know like that they were brothers and like he is his brother's killer. So it's like if you beat me, I'll introduce you. I'm guessing because like when I saw that I was thinking like either he's referring to like himself like ha, you got me. I killed your brother or this is like not really Hokuto and he's still like not there
Uh,
and it's
I
just
I think it's really him. With how his personality is, with wanting a good fight, I think he's really there. I think he's just like challenging him to beat him, and then if he beats him, he'll be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm your brother's killer. You won."
yeah, he's
So
just
this
egging
is
him on.
Yeah.
so this is revealed that this is actually a super realistic like puppet that he made, and he still hasn't made it to the battlefield yet.
Well, I do agree with what Travis says. Since he really wants to fight Uraha, finding out Uraha is alive, like he's definitely going to take his real self there and not bother like
Yeah,
fighting with a
yeah.
clone. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's super horny for this. He's going to come in person.
He's Hisoka-ing.
Yeah,
Oh
he's not
God.
going to send a puppet to fight the guy that is on his number one kill list at the top of his list or whatever. But yeah, this is dope. They're fighting so far as fire, but like yeah, he wasn't taking it serious for a moment, and he realized that like yeah, this dude's kind of tough and lightning lightning menace. So bro
Yeah.
got lightning
Mhm.
sorcery. I
It's
wonder.
always the lightning dudes. They're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two twin swords, fast as fuck, cool as fuck. Lightning sorcery. I wonder like if that sorcery had something to do with like him not getting chosen as a swordsman an
Possible.
enchanted blade like he probably was like yeah you tough you tight enough by yourself already because like Uraha sorcery I forget what it was like he can wasn't it like he can make like an attack like stronger or something of his choosing like if he chooses to kick you he can like make that like kick stronger or something like that it's like that is probably not as tight sounding as like, yeah, you can fucking lightning across the battlefield, fire
I
lightning or whatever.
I think it's
Yeah.
cool how his brother was the wielder of Cloud Gouger, and I guess he chose to learn lightning sorcery.
Maybe, yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
But
this is a really action-packed chapter. Really
yeah.
Yeah.
great panel work. The usual great great way of showing the choreography with these different sword techniques. Just Hokuzono doesn't miss.
No.
Yeah. Hokuzono definitely he's definitely got it on lock. He knows what the fuck he wants to do and just watching these like fucking swap techniques where he's like flipping the sword and catching it and turning and spinning and shit like this. Like I said, the choreography is on point and like we were talking, or I was asking, like how do we think this gauntlet is going to go? I was not expecting Hokuto to face all of the people he wants, like all the people that are involved in his like square of hatred. Like he wants to fight Uraha, and he's here in front of Kiri, and fucking Natsuki is hunting them down. Like everyone's here. Like,
You
what the fuck
know,
is gonna happen now?
you know what I think is gonna happen? So Hokuto is gonna see Uruha, and then he's gonna tell Natsuki that the guy that Uruha is fighting is the guy who killed his brother, so
Bruh.
that he'll go after him and he can fight Uruha.
I like that.
That would be funny as hell if next chapter opens with, "Oh man, speak of the devil, there's the guy that killed your brother,"
I
and
think it's gonna
then,
happen.
and then he just fucking feral. He lunges at Yura, and now they're fighting, and fucking then he takes on fucking yeah. That'd be a way to do it. That's funny as hell. I love the fucking. I thought you were gonna say this when you were talking about the fucking joke. But the fucking whole Uraha thing and how he calls everybody Mister. He addresses everyone with respect except Natsuki, and he's like, "Yo, Natsuki," and he he doesn't like that. And then fucking when they show up, he's like, "Hey, Natsuki, we can win this with you here." And he's just like, "Bruh, I hate this dude." Yeah,
Just mean mugging the
Yeah,
shit out of him.
so
yeah, he
it's
does.
so funny.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like Uraha like probably loves this dude. Like he probably thinks that they're like best buddies and they were, we're in the same class, we're the same age, or whatever. We're homies, and he's just like, dog, I hate you. Yeah,
I need that to be true. I need this to be true right now because you're making this sound so much better now.
yeah, he fucking hates him. But it's like we're on the same side. He just, why did they pick you? You fucking suck, goofball. Yeah, this guy's funny as hell. Like he's funny without trying. He's funny just
Being
by being
angry.
around being angry at like these other people who are on his side is like
Oh my
he
god.
was
He's the
what?
Squidward of Kagurabachi.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. He was like pissed about Kiri too, but he's like, she's like that to everybody, so it's not so bad. But fucking Uraha specifically sucks.
Man,
Yeah,
when
Uraha's tight.
is when is Shihiro gonna re-enter the battle?
We don't need him. Keep him away for a little while longer.
But I want to
He's
see him here.
man, there's a lot of characters that we need to see. Like we still
Yeah,
need
I know.
to like we gotta where is Sheba and like Sheba and fucking Hiyuki are like defending a swordsman, I think. And like this
It would be it would be interesting if Shiba was actually like while all this was going on, Shiba was over where that tree sorcerer guy was, and he's fighting him currently right now.
this would be a good time to do like one of those manga like diagrams where they show the map where everybody is.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Chihiro is here. Like I would
I
love
like it when
that
they do that.
because like there's a lot of characters like involved in battles and stuff right now. Like we don't know where like some we don't know where some of them are like at all. We're like Sheba and I feel like Hiyuki are just not even near this situation. But this is also like not near like I'm pretty sure Chihiro and Samura are miles away from where this is because they attacked the Kaminabi base while Samura and them were tied up at that hotel somewhere else, like far away. So it's like they plan to attack his daughter and draw him out or whatever, and then do this. This was something completely unrelated and far away. So
Yeah.
they Chihiro probably not show up like at all. Like
I
this.
You would assume that they'd have Sheba protecting the sword master as like a last defense since he's supposed to be the strongest in the verse.
That could be possible too. But then again, the Swordmaster is also getting up and walking around like he is getting ready for something. I guess that
Yeah.
makes sense because apparently the seal on the Shinichi has been getting weaker. So at this point, he's probably going to be breaking out himself.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I could. They did say like I could see him like trying to break out, and like once he like opens the door, like Sheba's like there is like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you get by, and then it's like a fight between them. That would be a fight because like
Like
they
some
say
Gojo
Sheba,
versus Sukuna shit.
yeah, because it's like they say Sheba is like Yura was saying that Sheba is like the pinnacle sorcerer,
Yeah.
but like the sword master is the fucking sword master. So it's like watching Sheba, like who is supposedly like the top dog, fight against the top swordsman who like probably won't have a sword. So that'll be something because they gotta build up both of these characters to make them seem strong, even if no matter who wins. Because like I feel like in that case, Sheba probably would somehow get like overwhelmed just to like build the threat of the sword master but like
Yeah.
not die. But like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna make him do if he doesn't have sorcery or weapon?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there's that's something that they gotta show us. We're still balls deep in this like swordsman assassination arc, and we still haven't seen two of the swordsmen, the girl and the guy who wants to eat like ramen or something. And like we haven't really seen much from the swordmaster guy, but like he's making moves now, so
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know.
I gotta wait and see.
Yeah, the gears are turning, but this was a peak chapter. Lots of fun and hype action, lots of cake cuts in walls and ceilings, lots of skill. Hokuzono doing that thing. Love the armor like defense that Hokuto did, like the when he like covers his body in like this armor that he's got, cuz like this is doesn't look like, I mean he's got, yeah, okay, so he's got some on his like arms and stuff, but I feel like this is more than he was like actually carrying. Like maybe he excuse me, I got hiccups. Maybe he like created more armor or something.
No, I think
Probably.
he's manipulating the armor that was on him.
Okay. I was thinking
So
since he
it's
can do puppets, it's like he
yeah.
can also. I was just like he could
Mm.
probably also just like make, because he's got to make the puppet out of something. So maybe this is like half of a puppet creation, but it could just be all the armor on his back. I feel like he wasn't wearing this much armor though.
Wait. N- n- I I don't think he was either.
Yeah, like this is a lot of armor.
Where the hell did that all come from?
Yeah, I think he's probably got some kind of like crazy armoring ability along
Yeah.
with everything else. Like the dude's a beast.
Yeah.
Perfect
Yeah.
offense
Very
and
true.
defense. Not perfect because he got his arm got fucking slashed, but crazy offense and defense. And he's balls deep in the snake pit right now.
Mm.
He really is.
Yeah, yeah, I can't wait to see next chapter. I really hope he does what you said and he's like, yo, speaking of devil,
Yeah.
there's your man right there. And fucking
That'll be so
Natsuki
much
just,
fun if that happens.
yeah, because he's a hilarious dude, yeah.
Mm.
I'm expecting
But
my W next week.
yeah, you might get that. I think I can see it, man, with the way he is, man. But I think I'm spent on this one. You got anything else for this one, Trav?
Nah, I'm good. That's it.
What about you, Weed?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, that's gonna do it for Kagurabachi chapter 91. Natsuki, let us know down below if we forgot, because I feel like we kind of went through this one fast, but it was a fast-paced chapter. But if we didn't mention anything that you felt like we should have mentioned, hey, baby, let us know. All right, before we wrap this thing up, we're gonna talk about what our favorite chapters of the week were for the show. I ain't gonna start this time. What about you? What was your favorite chapter?
Oof, I am torn. Whether it be though I think it's between. Hmm. I I want to give. A part of me wants to give it to Oder just for the fact that it's like getting together, it's world building and setting stuff up for the future in a much more focused and cohesive way. But I also like I also think the Ranger chapter was pretty good with like diving into like evil Shinya and then bringing out Emmett Matai. But I think I'm gonna go with Ichi just for the fact that I just enjoyed it overall more.
Okay, good pick. What about you, Traffer?
Yeah, I gotta give it to Ichi this week. It was a real feel good chapter, and that's hard to pass up on.
Okay. Man, yeah, yeah, y'all making it tough. I feel like I gotta go with Ranger, man. I've been waiting on the Emmy reveal for a long time, man. This is a long time coming, baby. Big Emmy.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
here.
disappoint.
Yeah.
It was good.
Big big Emmy on the screen, man. We love to see it. And Shinya had a cool pose. This was a good Ranger chapter. So I don't know. It's tough. I think it's definitely between Ranger, Ichi, and Bachi for me personally. But I'm gonna give it to Ranger because it's been a while since Ranger got a dub. We ain't talked about it in a minute, and not to be biased, but I don't know. It was a good chapter. It was really good. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say
fair.
Ranger for me. Yeah. So that was our chapters of the week. Now we're gonna jump into some of the comments. All right, all right. Let's see. Let's get into some of these here comments. Starting with Straw Hat Mercs. One of my favorite examples. Okay, so he's talking about when last week we were talking about Kiri catching the blade and being like, "I'm not letting you go." So he's saying one of my favorite examples is Kenpachi when he was in Tosen's Bankai. A character tanking a hit to deal back is always hype, and Hokuzono just gets it. Yeah, Kenpachi was fire. I don't remember Tosin's. I feel like I remember it happening with Ichigo, like Ichigo slashing into him, and maybe he like didn't let it go. But I could be tripping. Y'all remember any Bleach moments?
Yeah, that's
I
just
haven't revisited
Kinpachi's
Bleach in a
thing.
long time.
Okay, just Kenpachi's thing.
He
Okay,
just
yeah. So
tanks hits.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember him being a fucking wall. I just didn't
he's
remember that
honestly.
specific. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Straw Hat Mercs. Let's see. At Bloodness X, the Donadon talk was wild. I don't remember what happened in Don. What were we saying in the Donadon conversation for them to say it was wild?
It was the
What?
short.
Nuts.
Huh? Oh, the short. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking start digging in your butt. Yeah. Oh my god, that shit
Yeah.
was wild as hell. Yeah, that
I
was
blame
a
it on
fun time.
Knox.
Yeah, yeah, for being a weirdo. Let's see. At Blackhand531, have you guys thought about including monthly manga? There seems to be a few times where manga is on break per month. And someone commented, not sure who it was. It wasn't me. We've been thinking about adding a whole new show for a combination of different monthly series. Yeah, we've been kind of talking about it, but we got to get our consistency up. We've been on a roll lately. We haven't missed an episode in like a month and a half now. So once we get things straight and we get monetized, a whole lot more things gonna open up, start getting more shows and stuff going on, and try to get some guests on the show and talk about more manga or whatever. But um, check our shorts, man, because we've been pumping out shorts and we got more stuff coming. We got to work our way up to it because you know how life be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. At Hope Estium 15. I'm kind of just tired slash numb to the perversion. I understand the cycle, but it's feels like regressing to me for Denji. I get it. I would agree. I mean, that's
I
perversion and
don't
shit is kind of like the backbone of the story.
I don't use that explanation in a way to defend it because, being tired and numb to the perversion is completely fair.
Yeah,
And me saying that, it feels purposeful isn't to say, that excuses everything how you feel is wrong. That's not what I'm trying to say by that. It's just it feels like a purposeful progression to the story that Fujimoto wants to write, but everyone else is able to feel how they want to feel about that.
yeah. Well said. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, at Parlay Miles, on the thought of that if war wins and nobody can die anymore, wouldn't Denji end up being more powerful than war via fear? Since if anything, Denji could still erase things by eating them. Huh. I didn't think of that. And I wonder about that.
Would they die if he ate them?
Yeah, like would that even work? I don't know. I mean, because the
Yeah,
things don't
yeah.
necessarily like die. Like dying isn't what matters. Because like when they were in the aging devils like world, they stuck there. I mean, well, that wasn't erasing them, but like Denji's stomach kind of works like a portal, I guess, and it's like he can erase things or he can fucking send them places, I guess, or something. I don't know. Denji's stomach. There's a lot of stuff in Chainsaw Man that needs a little more explanation, but like we ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of story it is. And let's see, probably the last comments I'll read here from at McCoy Berthelot 2500. Imagine TT getting sniped from a distance
No.
at the last second from Arcos right before he switches back to Atlas or Altus. So after a pump fake of a death and they think they're good, she does end up getting capped. And that establishes a false bad relationship between Altus and the MC group. Why you gotta be
Don't
this?
sacrifice TT like that.
Yeah, bro. Like she's just lost her fucking her lady, yo. Angval was like mom, Dukes, and best friend, sister, caregiver. She already lost enough. We don't need to lose her.
Yeah.
That would be diabolical though, and I would hate you, Mr. McCoy, if that happened.
I'm
But
dropping series.
yeah, that's such an unnecessary thing. Like getting shot, like sure, but like dying, bruh. don't kill her. Like I can see her getting a shot, or like I can see Altis firing and like it doesn't make it, like the water kind of like fizzles out right as it's like about to hit somebody, and like whether they know or not is, a way that it could go. Like I think it'd be cool if like he fires and like it doesn't make it, but they don't know, and it's like the bullet that barely missed them that they never knew like was fired at them. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um, but
Mhm.
But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for the comments, guys. Keep them coming. We read them comments and we try to respond to them either in the comment section or here in this section. So I think that's gonna do it. Looking at my little schedule here, that's it, baby. We got the outro. You made it. Thanks for watching. This was Shonen Pulse episode 35. If you haven't already, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please let us know down below your thoughts, comments, concerns. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers, man. We're at 974 right now, so we're almost there. Just a quarter. Just give us 25, 26 more, baby.
Gonna do
Let
a
us know.
Q&A stream.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
we'll do a Q&A, and Weeb will tell you about his trip to Greece, and whatever else. We'll tell you about the time when me and Traffy met up and there was a car accident, and
Yeah.
whatever else.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that wasn't an omen or anything.
yeah, that wasn't a bad omen. Nothing bad's gonna happen if all four of us meet up. It's just gonna be a grand old time, baby. Anyway, anyway, we're gonna head on up out of here. Traff, you got any words for the people?
Have a great day.
What about you, Weber?
Same here. Have a good day. Subscribe.
Hey, 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 there you go. That's it. And Knox won't hear. He had Traffy's fucking butt throat disease or something, and his internet went out. But it's me, King Velvet. I'ma holla at y'all later.